Hey John. Okay, so we are going to move into more of a structured mobility. So you're going to need one long band, ideally a super band, so it's just one long piece of material. And then either you can double one of those up, or if you've got a shorter band, that would be great. So we're going to do a bit of hip mobility, a bit of upper mobility. If you've seen the group chat, you'll understand that I'm going to try and simplify this as much as I can. However, like me, you are trying to rehab multiple things. So to begin with, I'd rather you did these sequences and just made time for the 15 minutes. And then, in the next phase, we will literally strip it to a 3-point plan that you just do every morning and every night, and that's kind of it. And I will film those for you so that if you don't have the time to do one of this, you can just do something. It's better than nothing. Okay, so we're going to start on the floor with the hips. So I want you to start, and it's going to feel a bit peculiar. I want you to bring one leg out in front of you, about 90-degree, foot active. So we're trying to activate and stretch out the back of the leg. It tends to hit the glute a bit more too, so we tend to stabilize the knee and the ankle doing that. Other leg's going to come behind. Hands are going to come down in front, and I just want you to lean over. You're going to notice as you do this that the body's going to want to go this way. Try to bring the chest square to that leg and then hinge forward. Just enough until you start to feel a stretch. Temptation here is to tense the glute, soften it. Walk the hands back. Walk the hands forward. Walk the hands back. 3 more times. Go forward. Come back. Go forward. Come back. Last time, go forward. And then come back up. Okay, bring the arms out. We're going to try and do this without compensating too much. So I want you to bring the back leg forward. Front leg goes back. If you have to use your hands, don't worry about it. Bring your hands down again, fold forward. Take a second first of all, just feel how it feels. Notice the glute, notice if your body is trying to twist in one direction. And then walk the hands back. And again, hinge forward, walk back, hinge forward, walk back, and again, go forward, come back, last time, and come back. Okay, again, bring the arms up, leg goes over, leg goes back. Swap it, legs go over, legs go back. One more time. Over, back, over, back. Cool. Okay, so bring your legs out in front of you. You can use a block, a book, a cushion for the purpose of this. I'm just going to use my strap because I imagine we're going to be starting quite low. If you notice that when you sit here, your pelvis naturally kind of slumps back and it's more of a rounded shape through the lower back, grab a cushion and sit on it so that you can literally push your bum back and try and tip forward as if you were going to fall forward off the cushion. It will just help release some of the tension in the lower back when we do this exercise. Okay, so band, book, something about that height. Hands come either side of the leg. Further down the leg, harder this is. Closer to you, easier this is. Lift up from the crown of the head. So imagine trying to roll over the pelvis. Lift up tall, fingers come down. Lean forward. You're going to lift the leg up. Think about using your hip flexor. Initially, because of your rugby days, the quads are going to want to take the impact. You're probably going to get cramp, sorry. Think about your hip flexor. Lift over, lift back. Over, back. Over, don't lean back, try and lean forward, over, back, 2 more, over, back, over, back. Swap sides. You know that you're getting this right when you can feel it in the quads, but all the way up here, you're feeling it. We're trying to strengthen the hip flexor that runs from the rib cage inside of the groin. So same again, other side. Lift up and hinge forward, and then again, hands wherever feels natural for you. We're going to try and work down to here. We'll start up here. Over, back, over, back, over, back. Make sure you lean forward, over, back, over, back. Last one. Oh, shake them out. Okay, because I want you to do this quite regularly, this is going to be one of your 3 non-negotiables, so get used to being uncomfortable doing it. Next ones, we're going to move into the shoulders. Buddy, out there please. So, when it comes to working on the shoulders, we're trying to hit as many muscles as we can, and we want to stabilise the shoulder girdle. So, the girdle itself is obviously cap that sits over the top, the deltoid, front and back of the shoulder, as well as the scapula, the shoulder blades themselves. I could give you 7 different exercises. Realistically, you won't do them, so we're going to stick with this one, which is going to be another of your non-negotiables. So those are your 2, seated leg raises and this one. So you're going to bring the band, just below the elbows. You want it so that it wants to bring your hands closer than your body width, and then you want to pull out and pull the shoulders back so that you are at shoulder width. Aim of the game is to lift the elbows up, keeping the tension on the band without letting, like if I let my ribcage open and carve my back, this is my range, right? It looks okay. I'm compensating, as are most of us when we do these exercises. When we start to get into the gym, we want to lift heavy, we need this exercise to be stable. So ribs stay down, tuck the pelvis under, ribcage down, pull the band out. That's my range because I've got shoulder injuries. We're going to do 10 of these. So pull it out, up, down, release the tension. Pull it out, up, down, tension, out, up, down, tension, out, up, down, tension. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hate them, but they are the most effective thing I've ever done to stabilise shoulder injuries, rather than having to do 7 exercises. Next one, your long band. Bring it out in front. So same again here. What we tend to do is people will think about kind of arching the chest forward. I want you to keep the ribs down. Think about squeezing the muscle between your shoulder blades. So you're not trying to pinch the shoulder blade together, you're trying to make yourself wide. So you want to imagine that you're trying to breathe width into the side of the body. So you are literally grabbing the ends, shoulders come back, and then wrap them down as if you were trying to roll your armpit forward. So we're waking the lats up here as well. So shoulders out and down, make yourself wide, hold, come back in. Shoulders out, down, pull yourself wide, back in, out and down, wide, back in, out and down, wide, back in, out and down, wide, back in. Keep going. Then 10 of these as well. Three more. Cool. That's it. I'm not going to overcomplicate it for now. We're going to try and keep these as simple as we can. The only thing I would add to this as a stretch for you to just make sure the hips are loose this morning, or whenever you're doing this, is a figure 4 but leaning against a chair. So if you had a chair in front of you, you would be bringing the leg over, finding that figure 4 shape. Make sure that this isn't resting on the kneecap. We want to keep it higher than that. Hold onto a chair. Notice the hip with the knee up always wants to lift up. Try and drop the hip back down. Hold onto the chair, sit back. Or banister, whatever. Hold, 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 come up. Square the hip. Whoop. Imagine you're holding onto a chair, sit the bum back. Okay, enjoy, let me know how you go on.